stay here or challenge yourself by extending your right leg back, or take full variation of Vashisthasana side plank. And if you want more, then you can extend your left arm forward for awkward plank. Please reach your right leg up and back, then set your right foot outside your right hand for lizard lunge. Hey friends, thanks for being here. I'm Emir and welcome to episode 8 of Yoga for Men. Today I'm filming in Kirstenbosch National Botanical Gardens, which is one of my favorite places in the entire world. I hope you enjoy the view and the class. Now, when you're ready, let's meet in a comfortable seated position with closed eyes. Once you get there, please lengthen your spine, relax your shoulders away from your ears, and slightly lower your chin. Bring greater awareness to your breath. And try to maintain breath awareness for the duration of today's practice. If Ujjayi Pranayama is part of your practice, I would encourage you to activate it now. If you don't know what Ujjayi Pranayama is, then I'll quickly teach it to you. Please open your mouth and exhale as you would to fog up a mirror. You will notice that your vocal cords and your throat contract a little bit. And Ujjayi Pranayama is basically that breath, but with the mouth closed. So maintain that contraction in your throat as you inhale and exhale. You'll know that you're doing it correctly if you notice a contraction and an activation in your throat, and your breath will become quite audible. Let's take 3 more breaths here all together. Now please blink your eyes open and meet me in tabletop pose. In your table, stack your shoulders over your wrists, hips above your knees, and tuck your toes under. Then shift your weight forward, shoulders come in front of your wrists. Hold there for a moment, then shift your hips backwards. Feel the stretch in your feet. Hold for a moment, then shift forwards. Feel the stretch in your wrists, then shift backwards. Keep going on your own. Please move with your breath. Great job. Come back to neutral. Then place your left hand on top of your right. Bend into your elbow and then shake out your right elbow. Release. Let's do the other side. Left hand comes down. Right hand comes on top of your left. Bend into your elbow. Give it a shake. Release. Now come onto your heels and start to roll out your wrists in one direction. Change directions. Now shake out your hands. And let's all meet in tabletop pose once more, this time with toes untucked. Please inhale as you drop your tummy, gaze forward for cow. Exhale, roll up through the base of your spine, round your upper back, tuck your chin to your chest. Cat. Inhale for cow. Exhale, cat. Keep going on your own. If you want, you can introduce a little bit of a rock into this cat and cow. So on an inhale, you can rock your hips backwards. Exhale, rock your hips forwards as you round your upper back. Inhale, lower your tummy, rock your hips back. Exhale, round your upper back, rock your hips forward. Keep going for a few more rounds. Great job. Let's all come back to neutral. Then reach your right arm up and over your head. Exhale, thread the needle. Right cheek and shoulder come down to your mat. Then extend your left arm forward. Breathe into the stretch in your shoulder and your left side body. Let's all come back to a neutral table. Then inhale as you reach your left arm overhead. Exhale, thread the needle. Left cheek and shoulder. Then press yourself back up to tabletop pose. Then please extend your right leg back. Then slowly swing your right foot towards the front of your mat. Let your foot hover. Extend your leg straight back. Exhale. Draw your right knee into your chest. Engage your core. Then extend your leg back. Swing your right foot to the front of your mat. Right foot remains hovering. Extend your leg back. Draw your knee into your chest. Engage your core. Then extend your right leg back. Good job. Do 3 more on your own. Last one. Let's come back to tabletop pose and continue with the other side. Extend your left leg back. Swing your left leg towards the front left corner of your mat. Extend your leg back. Then draw your knee into your chest. Engage your core. Then extend your left leg back. Left foot slowly swings to the front corner of your mat. Extend your leg back. Hug or draw your knee into your chest. Extend your leg back. Do 3 more. Last one. Let's all come back to tabletop pose. Then please extend your legs back for high plank. In your high plank, evenly distribute your weight throughout your palms. Press your mat away from you to round into your upper back and tuck your tailbone under. Bring your gaze just ahead of your fingers and breathe. Now shift forward. Slowly lower your tummy to your mat. Untuck your toes. Tent your fingertips. Inhale, lift your heart for cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Do 3 more. Move with your breath. After your third round, please press yourself up and back to downward facing dog. Once you get there, feel free to bring some movement to your dog in any way that feels good for you. Great job. Let's all meet in a static downward dog. Then inhale, slowly ripple forward into high plank. Exhale, press yourself back to downward dog. Inhale, ripple forward for high plank. Exhale, downward dog. Do 1 more. Great job. Now please inhale, gaze forward, lift your heels, step or float to halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, palms touch overhead. Exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, palms touch overhead. Exhale, dive down. Inhale for halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, take your back bend. Exhale, downward dog. Let's do one more of those. Please step or float forward on an inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, palms touch overhead. Exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, Utthasana. Exhale, dive down. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale for Cobra Up Dog. Exhale, Downward Dog. Now please reach your right leg up and back for three-legged dog. Exhale, tap your right knee to your right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, tap right knee to left elbow. Come back to three-legged dog. Then draw your right knee to your chest. Hold there for a moment. Then slowly step your right foot between your hands. Bend your back knee. And then sweep your arms overhead for crescent lunge. In your crescent, please stack your right knee over your right heel. Draw your right hip back and your left hip forward to bring them in line with one another and lengthen out through your spine. Now slowly bring your left arm down beside you. Touch your mat with your left hand and come back to crescent lunge. Bring your left arm down beside you again. Touch your mat. Come back to crescent lunge. Do two more. Great job. After your second round, bring your hands to your heart and take Skandasana to the back of your mat. Now shift towards the front of your mat. Extend your back leg and meet me in Warrior Two. In your Warrior Two, ground down through the outer edge of your back foot. Stack your right knee over your right heel and energetically draw your feet in towards one another to activate the inner line of your legs. Gaze over your right thumb, over your right middle finger, and breathe. Now keep your legs as they are. Look inside your right foot. Right hand comes down Inhale, reach your left arm overhead for Parshvakonasana B. Keep pressing your right hand into your mat and gaze at your left thumb if it's okay for your neck. Preparing for bound side angle, wrap your left arm behind your back, then your right arm underneath your right thigh, and then clasp your hands. This should feel really good for your right shoulder. Release the clasp of your hands. Come onto the ball of your back foot. Frame your right foot with both hands. Then step your back foot to about the middle of your mat or pyramid pose. Lengthen your spine on each inhale. Fold as you exhale. Great job. Now float your left leg for standing splits or extend both your arms ahead of you for warrior three. In either variation, please lengthen your spine, reach back through your left heel, and bring your hips level with one another. Great job. Stack your left hip over your right and reach your left arm overhead for half moon. Stay here or challenge yourself by doing 3 dragon squats. Step your left foot off the right side of your mat. Right knee, left knee comes down. Then inhale, come back to half moon. Exhale, left foot comes outside your off the right side of your mat. Left knee comes down. Float back to half moon. Do one more on your own. Great job. Now set your left knee outside your right ankle. Lower your hips to your mat. Bring your right hand behind you. Inhale, left arm reaches overhead. Exhale, twist. Great job. Release. Let's take a quick counter twist to the left. Then please make your way back to downward facing dog. Once you get there, inhale, ripple forward for high plank. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale for high plank. Exhale, downward dog. Do one more. Great job. Let's continue with our heat building sequence. Please step or float your feet behind your hands on an inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, palms touch overhead. Exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, palms touch overhead. Exhale, dive down. Inhale for halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, take your back bend. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, step or float to halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, palms touch overhead. Exhale, Tadasana. Inhale for Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale for halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale for your back bend. Exhale, downward dog. Please reach your left leg up and back. Then exhale, tap your left knee to your left elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee taps right elbow. Come back to three-legged dog. Then draw your left knee into your chest. Let's hold here for a moment. Slowly step your left foot between your hands and sweep your arms overhead for crescent lunge. Things are starting to get a little bit challenging now. See if you can find that place of stability and ease, and also see if you can bring a sense of playfulness to your practice. Now bring your right arm down beside you, lower your right fingertips to your mat, come back to crescent lunge. Right arm comes down beside you, touch your mat with your fingertips, crescent lunge, do two more. Great job. Now bring your hands to your heart and take Skandasana to the back of your mat. From Skandasana, make your way to Warrior Two. In your Warrior Two, please stack your head over your heart and your heart over your hips. Relax your shoulders away from your ears and move energy from the base of your spine through your heart and out your fingertips. Preparing for Parshvakonasana B. Keep your legs as they are. Left hand comes inside your left foot and reach your right arm overhead. Now wrap your right arm behind your back. Left arm wraps underneath your left thigh, and then clasp your hands. Gaze over your right shoulder and breathe. Exhale, release. Frame your left foot with both your hands. Then step your right foot forward for pyramid pose. Now shift more weight into your left foot. Float your right foot for standing split. Alternatively, extend your arms out ahead of you for warrior three. Great job. Stack your right hip over your left. Right arm reaches overhead. Left hand comes towards your mat for half moon. Stay as you are, or do 3 dragon squats by placing your right toes off the left side of your mat. Right knee comes down. Inhale, lift for half moon. Let's do 2 more. Great job. Let's all meet back in half moon. Then all together, set your right knee outside your left ankle. Lower your butt to your mat. Bring your left hand behind you. Inhale, right arm reaches overhead. Exhale, twist. Great job. Release. Take a quick counter twist to the right. Then make your way back to downward dog in any way that works for you. Please reach your right leg up and back. Then set your right foot outside your right hand. or lizard lunge. Once you get there, bring some movement to the pose if it feels good. I like to pulse my hips up and down and move forward and back. Great job. Heel toe your right foot towards the middle of your mat. Then drop your back foot at a 45-degree angle. Extend your right leg. Then reach your left arm overhead for triangle pose. Bring a slight bend into your front knee if you tend to hyperextend. Preparing for revolved triangle. Step your back foot in a little bit closer if you need. Lower your left hand. Reach your right overhead. Great job. Frame your right foot. Then come onto the ball of your left foot. Bring more weight into your left hand. Roll onto the outer edge of your left foot. And then readjust your right foot to the middle of your mat for supported side plank. Stay here or challenge yourself by extending your right leg back or take full variation of Vashisthasana side plank by grabbing your right toe and extending your right leg away from you. We're here for 3 more breaths. Great job. Let's all meet in a high plank. Then lift your right foot off your mat for one-legged plank. And if you want more, then you can extend your left arm forward for awkward plank. Use your right fingertips to grip into your mat. Good job. Come back to high plank. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale for upward dog. Exhale for downward dog. Preparing for the other side. Lift your left leg up and back. Then step your left foot outside your left hand. Lizard lunge. Good job. Now heel toe your left foot to the middle of your mat and take Trikonasana triangle pose. Preparing for revolved triangle. Step your back foot in a little bit closer if you need. Right hand comes down, left arm reaches overhead. Good job. Left hand comes down. Bring your right hand firmly onto the ground. Roll onto the outer edge of your right foot and reach your left arm overhead. Readjust with your left leg or your left foot if you need to. Stay here or extend your left leg back or take the full expression of Vashisthasana. Good job. Let's all meet in high plank. Now lift your left foot off your mat, let it hover. And if you did so on the other side, extend your right arm forward for awkward plank. Great job. Come back to plank pose. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, take your back bend. Exhale, downward dog. Now gaze towards the front of your mat. Then step or float your feet outside your hands for Malasana. Once you get there, bring your hands to your heart. That feels good. Lengthen your spine and use your breath to relax into the pose. Please lower your butt to your mat. And let's all meet in low boat. Let your feet and your upper back and shoulders hover off your mat. Once you get there, lift your right foot straight up, lower, lift your left foot straight up, lower, then reach both feet straight up at the same time. Lower, reach your right foot up, lower, reach your left foot up, lower, reach both up, and lower. Great job, that was 2. Let's do 5 more. After your fifth round, we'll all meet in a regular boat. We'll hold in boat for 3 deep breaths. Exhale, lower your feet. Great job. Bring your hands behind you with your fingertips facing forward. Point your toes. Inhale, lift your hips for reverse plank. In your reverse plank, you can either gaze forward or gaze up to whichever feels better for your neck. Now step the right sole of your foot onto your mat, closer to your hips. Then your left. Then lift your hips a little bit higher for reverse table. Shift forward and back if that feels good. Then slowly lower your butt towards your heels. Slightly bend into your elbows for shoulder stretch. And then windshield wiper your knees. Bring them off the left side of your mat and then off the right side of your mat. Keep going for a couple more rounds. Great job. Let's come back through center. Then lower your back to your mat. Set your right ankle onto your left thigh. Swim your right arm through the triangle you've created. And then grab the back of your left thigh with both hands. Lower your head to your mat and pull your legs in towards yourself. Extend your left leg if that feels good for you. And keep pressing or pushing your right knee away. Great job. Release your left thigh and then lower both your knees to the right side of your mat and extend your arms out beside you in a T-shape, four-way supine twist. Good job. Come back through center. Let's do the other side. Step your right foot down. Then bring your left ankle onto your right thigh. Swim your left arm through the triangle between your legs. Then grab the back of your right thigh. Lower your head to your mat. And then pull your legs in towards yourself. Experiment with extending your right leg if you did so on the other side. Release the back of your right thigh. Then lower your knees off the left side of your mat and extend both arms away from you. Job, come back through center. Now please take any other pose you'd like to before we finish up with the practice. So you might want to take shoulder stand, happy baby, or plow pose. Do whatever feels good for you. And when you're ready, please take Savasana. If you'd like to remain in Savasana, please pause the video and do so. Otherwise, if you're ready to continue, please start to bring some movement to your fingers and your feet. Hug your knees into your chest, give your legs a big squeeze. Release your legs, roll over onto one side, and then press yourself up into a comfortable seated position. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you enjoyed the class and the environment. If you did, please like the video, leave a comment down below, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. Have an incredible day. Namaste.